Hey guys, welcome back to my channel / welcome to my channel if you are new here. I have missed you guys. How are you? I feel like I haven't done a video where I've actually spoken to the camera in a while, and it's because I haven't. But for this tutorial, I'll be showing you how I achieved this look right here. I was planning on doing a fall, like dark fall kind of makeup look, but that went down the drain and I literally went with the coolest of cool toned makeup looks I could have possibly done. Like, I legitimately went all ice cream on you guys, and I'm sorry if you were wanting a fall look, but this is what happened. I recently got the Stone Liquid Lipstick by Dose of Colors, and oh my god, I'm obsessed. So just before I started filming, I was like, actually, I want to use this in my tutorial. So my look changed, and then this is what happened. But I am so totally in love with how it turned out. I love this look. It is extremely cool tone, so if that's not your thing, sorry. I did want to do a mauve toned makeup look with this liquid lipstick, but I did just purchase the new Makeup Geek matte eyeshadows, so I'm waiting for them to come because there are a few shades in there that I know I want to play with and use for that tutorial. So I'm waiting until I get them to film that look, so that will be an upcoming video on my channel. So I will stop blabbing and get into the tutorial, but don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to make me one happy woman. And please comment down below because I'd love hearing what you guys have to say. Truly, everyone's really nice and supportive here on YouTube, and I love it. So yeah, let's get into the tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah. So to start off this shebang, I'm taking the grey shade from the Tartlette Palette on my Sigma E40 blending brush and just applying that right above my crease as my transition shade. This is a very cool look, so I needed a colour like this, and this grey shade is perfect. It did feel weird not using Peach Smoothie as my transition shade because that's always my transition shade, but this is too much of a cool look to use that colour. Then taking Stealth by Makeup Geek with my Sigma E25 and applying that right in my crease and blending it back and forth until I get a nice gradient of colour there. I'm sticking to the grey shades because this is, as you can see on my other eye, a very silvery, icy grey look. So this is the perfect shade to keep that colour going. I didn't want anything warmer than that. A very cool grey, and this is a very bluey grey Stealth. I love it. It's perfect for this look. Then going in with Deck by Colourpop. This is a grey metallic shade from them, and I'm using it first my MAC 242, but then I go in with my finger because it does give you the best colour payoff. The Colourpop like metallic shades, it's just like the natural oils in your fingers sometimes just apply eyeshadows better, and with Colourpop that is definitely one of them. So yeah, I'm just using my finger to apply the rest of that Deck on the eyelid, and then I am using Liberty, which is a true metallic silver, and applying that right in the center of my eye to give it a pop of silver. And the other eye was missing a bit of that silver, so I went in and added a little bit more. Then I'm using Corrupt by Makeup Geek. No, that is a lie. I'm using the black shade from the Tartlette Palette with my Sigma E25 again, just to darken up that crease. I didn't want it to be too black, but I wanted it to be a bit darker so I have a bit more depth in that eye. I then go in with just a different brush just to apply a bit more colour there. Then just using a fluffy blending brush, I'm just going to blend that out so there's no harsh lines. And for winged liner, I am just taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills angled liner brush, angled brow brush, and Maybeline Blackest Black, and doing my wing. I need to say, I was actually so proud of the wing that I did, and I was like, I'm going to zoom them in. This is going to be great. And I was completely out of like sight. This was the only footage where you could actually somewhat see me doing the wing. I am so sorry, but you can pretty much see what I'm doing. I didn't want the wing to go all the way into the corner of my eye because I'm pretty sure that this actually works better for my eye shape, just stopping right like about 3/4 of the way through. It just opens up my eye a bit more, so that is what I did. Then going in with lashes. Oh my god, these are my new obsession. Like, I'd marry them if I could. Not that I would, but I would. These are the Cocoa Goddess lashes. I saw everyone use them on YouTube, and I was like, I need to have them, clearly. And I actually understand they are the perfect, like, dramatic lash, but yet you can still even wear them for a simple look. Like, I would. If I could, I would. But they are gorgeous. I highly, highly, highly recommend them, so go and buy them. Now time for the face. I have already applied moisturizer before I went in and did my eyes, so now I'm just using my Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer onto my problemo areas. For foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match. I cannot remember the shade that I am using. I will write it down below in my description box. And I go in and blend it out with my brand new Fresh Beauty Blender, which is... it's amazing. I was so happy when I got my new one because my old one needed to be changed. It was that time, and there is no better feeling when you just squish up that brand new beauty blender and get it all squishy. And if you have one, you know what I mean. I can't describe it, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm using the beauty blender to blend out the product. So I'm just using that and making sure that I really press the foundation into my skin, and the Beauty Blender always gives you the best and most flawless finish, hence why I keep going back to it. It's just my favorite way to blend out foundation. For concealer, I am using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Light Neutral and applying that right underneath my eyes. This is my favorite concealer. It is just, it's so creamy yet so full coverage, and well, everyone wants that. And I'm using the Morphe G2 brush to blend that out. Because this is a very dramatic eye look, I needed a full coverage face to go with it. Something that was dewy and not full coverage just wouldn't suit the look that I was going for. So hence why I am using my Morphe G2 brush to blend it out, because it is the best brush to use to give you a really flawless full coverage finish under the eyes. Then to set all that, I am using my Marc Jacobs Instamark filter in the shade Mirage, and I'm using the yellow shade from that palette to set my concealer. I love this contour kit. The shades in it are beautiful and very, very good quality. The powders are very finely milled, which I love. And then to highlight the rest of my face, I am using the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer just on my chin, the center of my forehead, and down the bridge of my nose. And again, I go in and set that with that yellow shade again to make sure nothing budges. For bronzer, I am using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I'm using that with my Morphe M404 Duo Fiber Brush, which is my favorite. I'm pretty sure I say it in every video, so I should stop, but it is my favorite bronzing / contouring brush. It pretty much just does it for you at the same time. It bronzes and contours at the same time, and who doesn't want that? It's just a quick way of doing it. I'm just blending that out right where the sun would naturally hit my face and trying to contour a little bit, but I will go in with a contour shade to contour. How many times can I say contour? Honestly. Then with that brown shade and the same brush, I'm just carving out my cheekbones a little bit. I didn't want anything too heavy because I did want the eyes to really stand out. But of course I wanted to contour because I contour all the time. Not all the time, but contour is good. It helps create dimension in the face, so of course I'm going to do it. And then with that yellow shade, I'm just trying to clean out the area underneath. And for blush, I am using Benefit Havana, which is a really, really, really pretty blush. It's a cool pink color, which I thought suited the look really nicely. And I am using that with my Morphe Rounded Blush Brush, which is an awesomely amazing brush. An awesomely amazing blush brush. And for highlight, of course, I went with the the Balm Mirror Luminizer, which this highlighter does things to me. It is amazing, and I just went over that with my Beauty Blender to make it look a little bit more wet, to make it stand out a bit more. This lighting is not doing that highlight any justice whatsoever. The sun was shining really bright in my face at that point of the day, so it kind of took away from the highlight, but what can you do? Then I'm just going in and applying a black eyeliner in my waterline, and then using a little bit of stealth on this Morphe, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the Morphe smudge brush. I will list it down below. And just smoking out that lower lash line, and then just using a fluffy brush to further smoke out that lower lash line. And for lower lashes, I
feel like I'm repeating myself every 2 seconds. But for my lower lashes, I will be using this designer brand's mascara, the Beyond Amplifying mascara, which is now my favorite lower lash line mascara at the moment. It just, because it's so small, you don't get that like fallout or that transfer underneath, because that happens to me all the time. It ruins every makeup look for me all the time. So yeah, this, I love it, and it's really inexpensive, so I highly suggest you go and buy it if you can. And to highlight the inner corners of my eye, I took the the Duochrome Pigment by Makeup Geek in the shade Sugar Rush, which is a beautiful, like, silvery, tealy, pinky color. It's showing off much more blue in the video, but in person it reflects like pink, white, and teal. And for lips, I'm lining my lips with Soar by Mac, which is the perfect lip liner, and I go in with This Needs No Introduction. It is Stone by Joseph Colors, which is just my new holy grail liquid lipstick. That is all I'm going to say about that. And I am clearly applying that onto my lips. This is a very easy liquid lipstick to work with, especially when you apply a lip liner underneath. If you do apply lip liner underneath, it does make the color a lot more pink. So that's why I went in with Soar, because it is a very pink toned lip liner. And that wraps up this look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, because I loved creating it. It's one of my favorites that I've done on my channel as yet. So please feel free to comment down below, and don't forget to hit subscribe, because I know you want to. And I will see you in my next video, guys. Thanks for watching. Mwah.